Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Alex Twigg, and this is my colleague Jenny Buse. We are from UBank, which is the direct arm of the National Australia Bank. And we're not here today to look for funding or new customers, but at UBank we're absolutely passionate about supporting financial innovation and about sharing. So today we'd like to take you on our journey through big data, and Jenny's going to give you a demo of people like you.
Thanks, Alex, and good afternoon, I think. Finovators. The team at UBank decided that it was time to actually do something about connecting the two trends that we're seeing in the marketplace today. One, big data, and two, consumers in control. People Like You is powered by billions of real but de-identified bank transactions from consumers all around Australia. It's been weighted to have a fair representation of the entire Australian population. And it enables you to explore and benchmark the spend of people that share the same profile as you, both locally and nationally throughout Australia. So to demonstrate to you today, I'm going to use my fictitious friend, Sarah. So let's take a look at Sarah's experience. Okay, on the top right-hand side of the screen there, you can see that we start off with 23 million people, and that's the entire population in Australia. As we start to learn more about Sarah, we can see that she's becoming more and more unique, with the number changing up in the top right-hand side. Now, as Alex completes the rest of that, I just want to point out that what we're going to take you through today is a really small part of what People Like You is able to do. And you can see down at the bottom of the screen there that we've got a number of different categories that you can explore within. We've also got a real estate planner, a travel planner, and a couple of calculators as well. But first of all, we're going to see how financially unique Sarah is. So again, up in the top right-hand side, you can see that there are 26 people, only 26 people in the whole of Australia that have the same profile. So she's quite unique. Here we can see the green lines represent those 26 people like Sarah, and then the blue line represents the average Australian, and it's the monthly spend by category. So Sarah's spend is pretty average across the board. But what surprises Sarah is that she spends less on average than the average Australian in food and drink. Now, Sarah's quite young and she likes going out and going to restaurants, so it surprises her. So she decides to go and find out more. And first of all, she can see all of the brands within the different subcategories of food and drink. Lots of those which she recognizes, and a few that she doesn't recognize. And that interests her because if 26 people in Australia are like her and going to the places that she does like, well, she stands a good chance of enjoying the other places that she's less familiar with. But just to double check, she decides to go in and share the restaurants on Facebook with her friends and get the feedback. Her friends come back to her and suggest that she should go and try out Movida. It's a really hot and happening place for people like her. But first of all, she wants to make sure that it's quite affordable and see how much it costs. So on this page, we can see that the average spend for each visit based on people like her is $125. So she now gets a fair idea about how much she's going to spend when she goes out for the night. We've also got a day and a night switch up there as well that you can switch around to see where should I go for lunch, for example. So let's go now and have a look at the breakdown of spend within the food and drink category to see what's going on. This makes much more sense for Sarah. She's really underspending in the groceries area compared to the average Australian, but as she thought, she is dining out and spending more in the pubs and clubs, which her husband or her boyfriend actually says, yeah, well, you know what, I think you're always going out too much. She says, no, you're always going out too much. You go out way more than me. So to put it to the test, she goes in and she adds a comparison profile of her boyfriend. See where this is going. He is in the same area. Let's see who's right. So what we see now is the green area is Sarah and the people like Sarah. The blue area is now the people like her boyfriend. and the grey area is the average Australian. Sarah was right. He's actually spending on average much more a month than Sarah is. We can also click on the frequency to see that, yep, he's going out more times as well, and he's spending more each time he goes. Argument settled. But don't worry, they kiss and make up, and one thing leads to another, and next minute she's pregnant. We weren't responsible, by the way. And she decides that, oh, you know what, I'm having a family. I need to go and see where, you know, people go and live when they have kids. This is really foreign. So she goes into the real estate tool. And she updates her profile to show her new family situation, which Alex just did, and also that she's now bought a house. So what we can see here is the blue area are the preferred suburbs for people like Sarah, and the green area are the places that people like her move to when they have family. But how much does she need to save for the new home? Well, we can see here in the middle that she saves on average people like her save on average $23,000 to get their new home, and are spending on average $2,000 a month on their mortgage repayments. So that's just a snippet of what's possible within People Like You. There are many more tools available, but we wanted to give you guys the opportunity to go and explore and play with this service and be the first to see where we're at with our journey with big data and people like you. So as of today, as of right now, we've just launched this live to the public. So you can go online to peoplelikeyou.com.au and go and have a play and come and have a chat to us at the end. And we'll be happy to answer any questions that you've got. Thank you.